Stage 1, Structure and Foundation. If you want to learn how to draw graffiti Wildstyle step by step, stay right here. In this video I am going to break down a full Wildstyle piece from start to finish. The name is Isabella. I will show you how to build structure and add style, creating 3D depth and ink, and bring it to life with color. Let's get started. First, we start with the guidelines. Draw one line at the top, at the bottom, and one right in the middle. Then divide your space into 8 boxes. Keep your lines light. This is just your foundation. Before you draw, take some time to look at the letter fonts online. These will help you understand structure before turning into Wildstyle. Now I begin to name Isabella, Isabella. I start shaping the letters. Then the I is bent right in the middle. The S is curved, but it exaggerates the bends at the bottom. Remember, the letter S is all curved, but graffiti is all about pushing those curves further. The A is lowercase, but in graffiti lowercase letters carry the same weight as uppercase. The B bends in the middle, but stays readable. The E allows the same flow. The two L's are bent to keep consistency. And I finish with the last A, making sure everything, finish with the letter A, making sure everything stays balanced in size. Take your time here. This stage is all about control and structure. Stage 2, Style and Details. Now we build the Wildstyle. This is where the piece starts to come alive. I begin adding extensions, arrows, and extra details. For the I treat it like a lowercase letter with a dot on top. But I can connect the dot with the extension flowing downward. On this is the S. I built it up, adding serifs and extra shapes. The A gets arrows to give it motion and direction. Now here's everything. Something is important to look for: the negative space between your letters. Those empty areas are opportunities to add more style. The B gets more structure and detail. The E flows naturally. The S, I add arrows that follow the curves. For the two L's, the design each one differently. Even though they are the same letter, variations makes your piece more interesting. Some elements overlap slightly. You will see that during the inking stage. To balance the piece, I add extensions to both ends, at the I at the beginning and the A at the end. At this point, your Wildstyle should feel connected, dynamic, and full of movement. Stage 3, 3D block letters. Now let's add depth. To create a 3D effect, we use perspective drawing. I place a vanishing point at the top of this page. I even add an extra sheet of paper to give it more room. Using a ruler, I draw light lines from the vanishing point to the corners of each letter. Once that's done, I decide how thick I want the block letters. The angle we are using is a worm's eye view, like you are looking up at the name. This adds your power to the piece. If you want to go deeper into technique, study 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point perspective in YouTube video on perspective drawing. Stage 4, inking. Now it's time to bring the piece to life. I start with a fine point and carefully outline entire drawing. After that, I switch to a thicker pen and use the thin to thick method across the letters. For the outline, I go even thicker using a brush pen. This creates strong contrast and gives the graffiti that bold look. If you want to learn more about inking, comic book inking is the best way to learn thin to thick outlines. And of course, check out the other YouTube videos to see more pen and ink techniques. Now I will play some music while I finish the inking so you can watch the whole process in real time before we move on to coloring.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Alright, so right here we're gonna start coloring. So I usually plan out my colors, and it's gonna be well, like I said before, mixed media with color markers and color pencils. So I'm gonna let you know a little bit of how to use them, and when you use which medium you should use first. You should use the color markers first, and then after it completely dries, because markers dry pretty fast, so you add color pencil right on top of it. If you don't do it, then you make a little bit mess. So we're gonna talk about what is the color scheme. Color scheme is a combination of colors. It creates a mood harmony for the artwork. Alright, that's the color scheme right there. Right. So now the color scheme I choose, the tetrad color scheme. What is the tetrad color scheme? A contrast of 4 more colors on the wheel. So if you look at any color wheel, you will see it there. It's 4 colors. And I just choose the first dominant color I feel was yellow. So from there, I used the tetrad color scheme, and then use the color wheel and use the colors I got. You will see yellow, orange, violet, and blue. In this case, you don't have to be perfect exactly from the colorway, but as long as within the color family, you could use it. Now the yellow I would be using, it would be for the letters: canary yellow, for orange, burnt orange, violet, imperial, and Copenhagen blue with peacock blue. Now, what I'm gonna do here is gonna be the lettering is gonna be like with these 3 colors here, with the canary next to the burnt orange, and that's gonna be markers. This is color pencil. Be violet, imperial. That's be some of the details, and Copenhagen, these kind of blues here, we're gonna be on the block letters, right? So the peacock blue is I decided to use the color pencil for it, and it's gonna be a little bit darker. I might add a little bit of black. I think I might need a little bit of black on that, so we'll see what happens. So as we go down, so over here for the background, it will be a monochromatic color scheme. So there's 2 color schemes I choose, and monochromatic color meaning is you take one color, light color to the darkest color, darker value, right? So I decided to use purple. For purple, it'd be perma violet and violet blue. But I could actually, let's say I wanted this, I could in color these, both of them gonna be in color pencil. So if I want to get this a little bit lighter, I just press a little, add less pressure and add more pressure to make it darker. So let's see what happens in this particular color scheme. So we're gonna start coloring right now. Stage 5, coloring. Now we begin in color. I start with the canary yellow, then add burnt orange. Sometimes I keep hard edges between the colors, and sometimes I blend them, especially on the letters like B. For blending work fast while the ink is still wet, use circular motions. Let the lighter color move into the darker one. For the 3D blocks, I use with Copenhagen blue. Then I add details using violet color pencil, but make sure your markers are fully dry first. With color pencils that start with light pressure, then slowly build up in darker tones. For the blocks, light blue for the areas facing the light, peacock blue, and little black for shadows. The light source is coming from the front. For the background, I use Parma violet with light pressure, then layering violet blue on top. Use circular strokes for smooth coverage and directional strokes to follow the shapes. Finally, I use burnishing, adding pressure to blend everything together and give it that finished look. Alright, here's the name, Isabella, Isabellu. Isabella. Alright, so this is the piece. Tell me what you think. Give it a like if you like the video. Make a comment if you have any questions. And share the video to all your friends. And subscribe to my channel. Okay, I want you to know that if you want your name in graffiti style, check out my description box below. And my Etsy store or my website. So you can communicate with me. Okay, so this is it. My name is Louis Ning Chang. Thank you for watching.